What is going on, gorgeous embodied creators out there? This is David Lyon, founder of Evolving Man. And in this video, I want to share with you probably the biggest mistake that I made becoming an embodied creator. The way that I made my life very hard the first couple of years of doing this, so that you can avoid doing the same mistake and be a bit smarter with the help of my learning. So when I started this whole thing about 3.5, almost 4 years ago now, I quit university and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but here's the thing that I had in my mind very quickly. I'm gonna earn a living doing this. And I'm gonna go all in on this, and I'm gonna focus all my energies on this. And I think the reason why I did that was because I wanted to prove to myself that I'm really all in, that I'm really committed to doing this. And it made a lot of sense to me back then, to be like, okay, I'm not gonna think about potential other ways of having an income while this slowly builds up, because it was like a very radical shift in my life towards listening to my inner voice, doing what I felt was true to myself, and so on and so forth. And yet, in retrospect, I can tell you that probably if I would have done it a bit differently, I might have actually been faster building Evolving Man, building this brand, getting clients, and so on and so forth. And here's why. As most embodied creators, I assume there is a kind of or let's put it this way, being connected a lot to your body and sensing a lot of what is going on inside of you. When money is an issue, you're gonna notice that, and it's gonna be a stressor. And it's gonna be harder for you to show up freely and authentically when there's constantly in the back of your mind this like, oh shit, I gotta start making money doing this. And so I know it very much affected how I showed up, how I created videos, how I was with potential clients. Like there was always this kind of subtle but very clear tension of like, oh shit, I better make this work, right? And like each time something did not work, it was like I felt like setback, and these worries came up of like, is this ever gonna work, and so on and so forth. And so when I now work with people who want to become an embodied creator, who want to step online and share their message and eventually make an income doing that, what I tell them is, listen, you can be all in and still be smart about making this a gradual shift from however you're earning money right now to earning money doing what you love. Because when you, and of course, like, it can be that you're in a stressful financial situation, and so then I would first focus on, okay, how can you more or less solidify your finances? It doesn't have to be that you earn a lot of money, but that you don't fear that the next month you won't have enough to eat or to pay rent. Because when that's in place, you will be much more free to express yourself and to try things out, and you will have more spaciousness to deal with failures and backlashes and things not going the way that you want. Because you know that, okay, I don't depend on this working the next month. And as I said, you can still be fully committed. This does not mean that you don't trust yourself or that you are holding back or anything like that. It just means you are taking care of yourself in a way where you can play fully, like where you can go fully all, like where you can go all in. Without worrying, but like, what if I say the wrong thing right now? Is this gonna, turn this potential client off? Or if this video doesn't blah, 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 like all these worries that in fact are connected to, in a way, like an existential worry of, I need to make money in order to be able to sustain myself, okay? So if you are in the process of having already started sharing your message and wanting to move towards creating a business out of this, or you're just about to start, know this, like, be smart about your finances. Find some stability. I mean, there are even cool things like grants that you can apply for when you start becoming self-employed. But don't expect to earn a living in the first 6 to 12 months. It can still happen, but the thing is, you cannot plan that. And when you expect it to happen, it's gonna put more pressure onto your results. And this path of being an embodied creator is kind of a non-linear one. Like you cannot anticipate the future like, oh, I'm here right now, and in 3 weeks I'll be here. It's probably going to be like, oh, in a week I'll be maybe here, and then in 2 weeks I'll be here, and then in 3 weeks I'll be here. And what you need to do is at times zoom out and look, okay, but is the general direction, is it more upwards or is it downwards? Then you need to change something, okay? So bottom line, make sure that you have a more or less solid financial income as you start this, so you take some pressure off, you can actually play around, you can make a lot of mistakes, you can have fun, and once you start gaining traction, then you can reduce whatever other source of financial income you have, and really fully rely on your embodied creator business. All right, let me know in the comments where you are at in your journey. I'd love to hear what's going on for you, what are the challenges you're facing right now, how you relate to finances right now. And as always, with Evolving Men and now with Embodied Creators, you're seen, you're loved, you're appreciated. Keep evolving. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.